Welcome to Boring Money, Rich Life. I'm your host, Joy Hicks, and today we're going to talk about Figma. So, July 1st of 2025, so earlier this month, Figma did apply to go public. Now, I'm actually really interested in this because me personally, I use Figma every single day at work. So Figma is a design software. So kind of what like Adobe XD was or even like Sketch. That's kind of like Figma now, but those things like 2.0. So, myself, I've shared that I do work in technology as a UX designer. So, that means like whenever I'm designing a website or even like a new feature, I can use Figma to kind of like start building different concepts. And then I can even finalize those concepts all the way up to like prototypes that different customers can kind of walk through or even like stakeholders can take a look at as well. Now, recently, developers can also use Figma as well because they can go in there to look at different designs and kind of review the CSS and they use that within their code. So I'm very interested because that's kind of like the key to investing. You definitely should invest in things that you understand. Like that is Warren Buffett's like big motto. Like don't invest in things that you don't get because you need to understand their product offering. You need to understand who their customers are. You need to understand how they make money. And that's going to be kind of how you evaluate if it's a good investment or not. So, mind you guys, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy them when they go public, but I'm just saying that I'm interested in it because, again, it is something that I do use literally every day when I'm at work. Now, with going public, they are expected to sell about 37 million shares at about $25 to $28 each, and then it's expected to generate about 1 billion in proceeds. So, they did provide like their preliminary results for the second quarter, and they were showing that they have a 9 to about $12 million dollars in operating income. And then they have about 247 million to about 250 million in revenue. And so the article I was reading was saying that would imply that they do have about a year over year revenue growth of around 39% on the lower end and then 41% at the higher end. Now, Figma was actually going to get acquired and so back in 2022, Adobe actually wanted to purchase Figma because, again, prior to Figma getting on the scene, the big design software was like Adobe XD. And at that time, Adobe was going to acquire Figma for about 20 billion, but the deal did kind of fall through. Like it was announced and everything, and then the deal itself did fall through. And so the article was saying back in 2024, investors did kind of estimate Figma's worth at about 12.5 billion. So it's kind of interesting, seeing that Figma was actually going to be acquired a few years back, and then now here they are applying for an IPO. It is really interesting because Figma themselves, every single year, they hold a conference called FigCon. And at that conference, they kind of go over like all of the new releases that they have. I wasn't able to watch this year because I had so much going on at the time. But it does show that like Figma, they have always kind of been a company who's like big on innovating themselves and like pushing the needle forward. They're huge like examples when it comes to like user experience because they definitely listen to their customers and they really proactively work on improving their platform. So that's definitely something that I was kind of like interested by because like I said, they are very innovative when it comes to just understanding their customers' needs and then actually providing like yearly releases to kind of improve on their product. So it's really interesting. I mean, tech stocks have definitely like slowed down going public, but this year we did have like CoreWeave go public in March, and then we had Circle and Chime go public in June of this year. and now Figma is looking to go public as well. So, like I said, it's definitely interesting just because, again, it's something that I do use personally. And I would say, like, if there are products that you are very familiar with, that you really understand, that kind of even like excite you as well, those are definitely great things to kind of look into and possibly become like investing opportunities. Because if you're spending a lot of your time with these platforms and you're spending a lot of money with these platforms, it's definitely something to look into. Now, I don't have to pay for Figma, of course, because I use it for my job. I do have like the free version for like personal projects that I work on, but I don't pay for it. So, it's not something that like I'm actively spending money on, but I definitely spend a lot of time with their platform. So this is something that I'll definitely like personally keep my eyes on and just kind of be watching to see like where their application ends up. But as always, what is one boring thing that you can do today to start fueling your rich life? Again, I'm your host, Joy Hicks. Thank you for watching and be sure to like and subscribe.